Hello everybody, I'm coming today with some more wonderful products from the Crafty Witches. I'm using one of the mini kits today, one of the mini collections. It's got deer, poinsettia, foxes. It's an absolutely beautiful collection that isn't just Christmas. You could use it for a birthday, a winter anniversary. You know, this could be a lovely couple, couldn't it? To you, my dear. Yep, we've got them all in there. Right, I'm only going to do a 6x6 today. So I've got my card blank, I've got everything prepared. All I'm going to do, I've got, because this card that I found in my stash matches quite well with this, I'm going to mat this up first. That's going to be my first layer. I've cut this 5 3/4 inches square, so that's just going to leave us a tiny border around the edges. I'm trying to keep things as simple as I can today as well, so that for newbies out there, it's nice to show newbies some simple steps. But I've also brought into play some of my own dies, and it shows you how using your own dies and maybe some of the papers out of your own stash. Remember, you could print this on vellums, fabrics, all sorts. It's all up to you. You're really in control. When it comes to digital crafting, you can make these images bigger, you can make them smaller. So it puts you in control of your craftiness, doesn't it? You're not just going to print this onto plain white card. You are going to reach for your vellums, maybe your printable acetates. It's all in there. Anyway, I've taken the green that I first matted. This is one of our essential papers, by the way. Absolutely beautiful. I've got this green that I've made a doily from. One of my own dies, I believe it is a brand that's still out there, but we won't go into brands today. We're just going to concentrate and do this. So I've got a little bit of a fawny colour card, because there is a fawny colour just here, and there's also a gold on the antlers of the deer. All right, my dear? Yes, I'm okay. This is just for you. Well, that's very nice of you. There we go. We've got some foam pads now on the back of this piece, because I want it slightly raised from the rest of the card. I'm going to just pop that on there in the middle. There we go. And again, you could put this onto foam pads. You could have it flat. I'm actually looking at doing these quite flat. These are Christmas cards that I'll be sending to my family this year. I love animals and I love icy blue cards, but they're not all icy blue. You'll see that in some more of the demos. But look how quick this is coming together. I've cut some little snowflakes out of leftover pieces of the papers, and I've cut some holly leaves again from just leftovers from the papers. Now I'm just going to tuck a few holly leaves behind. Just pop it up there. These white holly leaves, believe it or not, are from scraps that are in my box, and we do all accumulate scraps, and I think it's nice to use them up. Then I've got another white snowflake there. We're going to pop an icy blue one on the top because we can. Another thing about this is you could print a load of this off and let the children make their Christmas cards for school, couldn't you? You know, they'd have a lovely time. For children, you could just do it onto copier paper, but when you're doing it for your own cards, I suggest that you do go forward and use some nice card for it. You deserve it. And then we've just got a little sentiment, enjoy this Christmas. I'm just going to pop down there. I'm also going to add a tiny little bit of ribbon. It's about 1/2 metre, I suppose. But you've all got ribbons and that in your stash, haven't you? We're collectors of it. I know you've all got it. There we go. And I'm just going to tie a knot because I think this ribbon matches quite well with the colourway on this card. And just pull it down because that's the way we want the ribbon to lay. I'm just going to snip it off here and here. Then we're going to just quickly bob into there and into there, because we can add some of our tiny little gems that we've got here. Again, if you buy the loose gems, you'll find they're more affordable for the children to use as well. You could add glitter to this. It would look absolutely lovely. Shall I add glitter to this? No, I'm going to leave it like that for now. So we've got our snowflakes in place. We've got some holly sprigs. And I think it looks a nice card at the moment. But no card's complete without the middle, is it? So let's pop inside and see where we go. I'm using another one of the essential papers. There is an insert on the kit, but with this one I thought this is quite pretty and it goes with the colourway that I'm going with the card. And I had a little bit of it left over, so that's what we do. Just going to pop it into there. Then I thought there was another topper in there, a tiny one with Christmas wishes, and I thought, do you know what, that really does finish the card off quite nicely. Just pop it in there, and we pop it on there, and there's still plenty of room for you to write whatever you're going to write to your receiver of the card. There you go. I hope you like that. Did I mention, by the way, that you can find our products at we've got a website. It's www.thecraftywitches.co.uk. You'll find lots of different collections in there. The tiny ones, the mini collections, are absolutely wonderful just for dipping your toe into the water. But I'll warn you now, it's going to be addictive. Right, so we finished this card. I hope that you like it, and I hope it gives you inspiration to try this collection and some of the other collections that are in there. Right, I'll go on now to another demo, and I'm using from the same collection this beautiful poinsettia, and I've printed this 3 times over so that I've got enough papers to cut and layer multiple layers that I've put onto foam pads. This is a very simple card. I'm just using a round die to mat and layer it. I had an odd strip of this poinsettia print left over, which I've just trimmed down. And this is part of an insert that's so pretty. That could go on the front of a card on its own. You don't have to have all the additions to it. And then on the inside, we've got another paper to do. So here we go. I thought red went well with this, and as you can see, I've cut a mat from underneath. So being frugal with my own cardstocks, but you don't need to be frugal on the cardstock that you print. You can do layers and layers. You can make a card design layout and say, right, that is my Christmas card for this year. I'm going to make 40 of these, and you can print that out over and over again. It's not going to run out. It's all about what you want to print it onto, and just let your crafty adventure takes you away from the world. I tell you, I want this white poinsettia to go down in the bottom corner. Again, I've used a 6x6 card blank. I think it's my favourite size at the moment, but we all get our fads and phases of what we like. Then we've got this beautiful poinsettia, which, like I say, I've done it 3 times, I think. Yes, I've printed this sheet 3 times. Now all I'm going to do is get some foam pads. Here we go. I just want to put this red mat onto a few foam pads. It's all about supporting your topper at this point, so I would put a few more on, always one into the middle. It doesn't matter if you take that sticky side off on the middle one, but I would do it on all the way round ones. There we go. It's not long till Christmas either now, is it? Goodness, it's crept up on us all. But like I say, these mini collections, absolutely perfect and affordable. I'm just going to... No, I'm not going to pop that there because I've got to... Just 1 minute. I didn't use this bit. It's all about adding little bits, little snippets. Sometimes the tiniest piece can make the world of difference to a card. So we're just going to pop that down there. Like that. And then we can go forward and put our mat down. I just want this white one peeping out. I think that's quite nice. I'm not going to put this one onto a foam pad. I'm just going to glue this to mat it onto that red layer. Just like so. There we go. And like I say, we've got these layers. Mould them a little bit in your finger to make them curl. They will move with you moulding it a little bit. And it's nice to do that. It takes it from being a flat piece of card. It just gives you a nice curved edge and softens it. Now I'm looking for where my berries are. There we go. There's my berries here. The match is there. You don't have to match it. You could offset it. You know, you could make it so that your leaves were further round. But I'm just going to pop this layer on. So this is a very simple card. So anybody, any level could do, I think. It's easy cutting. It's not difficult. Just move your paper, not your snips. And here we go. Our last layer that we're putting on. I've left the sentiment off of this one because, like I say, these are going to be my family Christmas cards. But there are lots of sentiments. You get a whole sheet of sentiments that you could use in the mini collection. There we go. Where am I now? 2 berries. There's 2. No, it's 2 berries up because I thought that would be nice. It would give me an extra layer of that berry, leaving this berry to the background. Right, with this one, some of you do and some of you don't. But I actually like to add tiny lines of glue. Like this. We're going to make Christmas sparkle with this one. I do love sparkle. But you don't have to. The choices are yours. There we go. Should we have some on here? Have a little bit of frostiness going on there. I'm going to just use an iridescent glue on this. An iridescent glitter. Take a piece of paper, pop it underneath. We've got our sparkly glitter. And just tip it on. Just tip it on. Anything that you don't use, anything that's not needed will stay in the pot. There we go. That'll be much prettier than that once the glue has dried. You won't see any of the white on it. So it shows you another little pretty card that's easy to do. Just tipping the glitter back into the pot before it goes everywhere. There we go. And again, we could finish this off with some gems. We could pop some gems in the middle here. And in the middle of this one. Always go really quiet when I'm putting the gems on. Concentration, getting them stuck onto my finger. There we go. And some on this white one. So it shows you how having that white insert underneath, or outsert, it adds another dimension to your card. Just another. I usually go with 3s when I'm putting gems on. And as hard as I'm trying to put them on, they're sticking to me. That's very clever, Jan. There you go. There we are. But it shows you how a simple card can be. And I will just pop my sentiment up here. We haven't done the middle. Hey, Jan, you haven't done the middle. Here we go. So we've got another one of the beautiful backing papers. It doesn't have to be an insert that you put in. I think it's nice to put something in, though. This has got lovely pine cones and roses, and it just belongs together. All of these mini collections have got their own insert. They've got their backing papers. They've got a solid colour as well, so it gives you absolutely enough. Linda's thought of everything as far as what do we need to make these collections go all the way, and this is absolutely beautiful. You know, you could add your embellishment of lots of little pine sprigs on this if you wanted to, but I think I'm going to leave it where we've got it, and I will just put a sentiment in the middle. So there we go, 2 lovely cards and the phone's going, so I'm going to have to go. Bye bye.